Hello. True story. I had to go to Quick Fit today because I had a very slow puncture in my car. And I booked it in, which I hadn't bothered waste time because when I got there, I was just in the queue behind everyone else anyway, so I might as well just driven in. But when I got there, I realised I had a bit of a chuckle because there was three people waiting ahead of me, and they were in chairs, tub chairs that were quite widely spread out in the waiting area, and all three of them were buried into their phones, all three of them. And it just made me laugh because I thought, God, what did we do before we had phones? I don't know. And the three people, there was an older woman, a bit older than me maybe. There was a younger man who was in his mid to late 20s perhaps, and then there was another bloke who was about my sort of age. And they were all doing their own thing. Anyway, so I sat down and got my phone out, got fired into that, as you do. What else was I going to do? And shortly afterwards, one of the engineers came out and he said to the younger man, he said, sorry, sir, we've looked at your tyre, but I'm afraid there's two punctures in it and they're too close together to be fixed. So you're going to have a new tyre. And this guy was proper Cockney. We're talking like EastEnders Cockney. What he was doing in Norfolk, I don't know. Perhaps he was lost. And he kicked right off, and he's going, God blimey, I need to see the tyre for myself so I can decide if I need a new tyre or not. You're going to have to take me into the workshop. I can't just take your word for it, do you know what I mean? I thought it was a bit cheeky, to be honest, the way he kicked off. And the woman was sitting, looking straight at me. She was facing me, and I went, fuck, kids, cheeky bastard. Anyway, so Cockney went into the workshop, came back a couple of seconds later. He'd obviously decreed with his eyes that the tyre was in fact damaged to the point where he needed a new one. So then they debated a new tyre. So Cockney said, so what sort of tyres you got then? And the Quick Fit bloke said, well, we can do you a Pirelli for 160 quid. And the Cockney went, God blimey, I'm not paying 160 nicker for a tyre. And I looked at them and went, got the right one here. He said, what other tyres you got then? The bloke said, well, we can do a Michelin for 130 quid. And he went, well, no chance, I'm not paying nothing like that. He said, come on, mate, there must be some sort of discount on offer. And I went to the woman, I went, fuck, can you hear this bloke? God, cheek of him. And the Quick Fit guy went, well, he said, I'm afraid we don't do discounts. He said, but didn't you say to me earlier that you work for the NHS? And the Cockney went, no chance, mate, I'm not paying him. And then he went, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I work for the bloody NHS, do you know what I mean? And the Quick Fit bloke said, oh, I thought you did. And that made me go, can you believe the neck of this fuck? And he said, I'll tell you what, we'll do you a 10% discount on either of those tyres. And Cockney went, I'll tell you what, mate, I'll do you a deal. He said, how about you give me the Pirelli for the price of the Michelin, and that'll be my discount. Well, by this point, I'd had enough, and I just couldn't hide my disdain any longer. I was like, the shit, just fucking pay the man, honestly. And all the time I was looking at this woman saying, you know, these kids these days. So anyway, they did the deal in the end. I can't remember what tyre he went for. It's irrelevant. Anyway, and the tyre was fixed, and they said to him, right, your car's ready to go. And it was a Range Rover, by the way. And then the bloke turned to the woman and he went, right, mum, we're ready. Shall we go? Kill me now.